Awesome. Hello, 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 and welcome to this mindfulness moment. I appreciate you being here. Greetings, I'm Dan, and this is a mindfulness moment. Each session is about 30 minutes, and consists of an introduction, review, a topic, guided meditation, and a koan, or Zen riddle. I like to begin every session with this common practice of setting an intention. Setting an intention is kind of giving a purpose to your practice. People do it for all different reasons. Sometimes athletes do it for sports, or, you can do it for really any reason at all. So we're going to dedicate this practice in setting an intention and sealing it in with a deep breath in and long breath out. Wonderful. Can you guys see me? You might not be able to see me. Oh, okay, awesome. So now I like to begin each class with this quote: "The real meditation is how you live your life." That's by John Kabat-Zinn, one of the main creators, founders of mindfulness-based stress reduction. So I like to use this quote to remind us that meditation is to make us more skillful at whatever we already are. We use meditation to enhance our daily lives, make ourselves more present, and show up to our lives, whether it's our precious time together with our family and loved ones, or whatever it may be. Stepping up to the challenge is really what mindfulness is, and what meditation can be. Who am I? That is the root of self-inquiry and the root of many, many quests of enlightenment. So I'll first answer that question in a very pragmatic sense. I have about 10 years of experience. Like I said, my name is Dan. I have about 10 years of meditation experience, meditation and yoga experience. I'm also a licensed massage therapist in the state of Virginia, and I'm a certified mindfulness coach, internationally certified. I'm also a mind, body, spirit coordinator at a counseling center, as well as the founding creator of the mindfulness program at a wellness center. So mindfulness has kind of become part of my life, become a prominent part of my life. And as it becomes more and more in my forefront, I have begun to really recognize the value. And it's not even, about value, but yeah, so I do this because it's me developing my own practice, as well as getting to share, hopefully share with everyone, some of the beauty as well. So let's begin by asking the question, what is mindfulness? For these purposes, I'm going to kind of give you this definition. I've kind of pulled it together from multiple different resources, but to break it down into three main parts, mindfulness is awareness, equanimity, and concentration. So what is awareness? Well, awareness is the recognition of existence. That one is fairly simple, perhaps. Equanimity is an unconditional acceptance of what is now. A little bit more challenging. And concentration is the intention to keep attention towards those other intentions, or I guess in this modes, awareness and equanimity. So you can be concentrated on anything, but in the practice of mindfulness, we're concentrating on awareness and equanimity. So for today's lesson, I want to specifically kind of get into what is mindfulness. Oh, you know what? I understand what happened here. Sorry about that. I don't know if anyone was actually watching, so let's see. Yeah. Hello. You couldn't see the PowerPoint, so thank you for just flowing with me. Here we are. Awareness is awareness is well, let's break it down into its roots. Aware, or no, is awareness an intellect, theory, formula, belief, or drama? No, that is not what awareness is. To break it down into its roots, aware plus ness. Aware simply means knowledge or perception, and then ness is the state or being, the knowledge of. So it's the knowledge of being or perception. Another way or simpler way to say that might be I am. I am, and I know that I am. That's probably the best way to describe awareness in its simplest terms. Of course, that gets into many other areas. You can be I am, and then who knows what. Um, but it begins to even ask the question of what I am, awareness. So to kind of illustrate the kind of concrete nature of what awareness may be, we're going to just do a brief activity. First, I would like you to just take a moment and tune into 5 things that you see. Just look around the room and you want to name them. Point them out. Specific points of reference. Okay. Next, 4 things you hear. Now this one might be a little bit more challenging. My voice certainly counts as one. And for this, it's okay to label. Just pick out those 4 things you hear. Good. Next, 3 things you feel. Now this can be something very physical, some physical touch. It could be something internal, points of contact, things like that. Good. 2 things you smell. That's easier for me because I have a diffuser going. But if you can't smell something, feel free to get up and, find that second smell. Good. Last one thing you taste. Wonderful. So that's just kind of a little concrete example of what awareness is and tuning into awareness more specifically. That's not all that awareness is, right? That's just the 5 senses, and there's even more than 5 senses. But just being able to kind of tune in, become really, really kind of present minded and focused on your surroundings is a really powerful and concrete example of awareness. So keep that in mind. I also would like to share briefly one story, one parable, and I like parables. There may be many, many parables. Even though it was a master's day of silence, a traveler begged for a word of wisdom that would guide him through his life's journey. The master nodded, took a sheet of paper, and wrote a single word on it: awareness. The visitor was perplexed. That's too brief. Would you please expand on it a bit? The master took the paper back and wrote, awareness, awareness, awareness. What does that mean? The stranger said helplessly. The master reached out for the paper and wrote, awareness, awareness, awareness means awareness. And again, I think that kind of hits the point where it's best to not overcomplicate things. Awareness is awareness. So speaking of awareness, our first meditation, our first activity, we're going to extend our focus, our awareness to the breath. And the breath is a really, really good place to start. It's something you can always come back to. So find yourself into a comfortable position, however that is best for you. Good. So as we find ourselves into a comfortable position, begin to just focus on the sensation of the breath, whatever that means for you. We're not trying to force anything here, just simply observing the breath. The breath is foundational. It is the first thing we ever do. And as we continue to settle into a comfortable position, if our eyes are not already closed, we may want to do so now. That helps us focus on the inner sensations. And as we slowly begin to culminate attention, we also begin to expand the breath gradually in and out at your own pace. There is no right way to breathe. There is no wrong way to breathe. There's nothing you should be doing. There's nothing you could be doing. You are doing, you are being exactly as you are meant to be. And as our mind inevitably wanders, we just slowly return our focus back to the breath, patting ourselves on the back, saying thank you for the awareness. Let's first begin by focusing on the breath wherever you feel it most in the body. Really begin to just tune in to wherever you feel it most. This could be anywhere. And see if you can begin to expand that awareness to include your whole body breathing. Perhaps an expansion and a contraction. And as we begin, once again, let's first begin with our purest breath, following the in-breath all the way down to our bellies, our deep belly breaths, gentle bellies, soft belly breathing. We store a lot of tension in this area. This is one of our lower energy centers. And as we breathe into this area, we're sending signals of relaxation throughout the body. Simply focus on the expanding of the belly in all directions. Feel navel lift, your abs expand, obliques, your back, ribs, in all directions. Just feeling the full belly breath. Gently breathing into the deep, deep belly. When we breathe into this area, we stimulate our diaphragm. And our diaphragm stimulates our vagus nerve. And our vagus nerve is the biggest nerve in the body. It connects to the brain, to all the internal organs. So when we breathe, And we breathe into these deep belly breaths. We're sending signals throughout our whole body for relaxation. Continue breathing into the belly for a couple more breaths. Good. Now, slowly you take the awareness of the breath from your deep belly gently up into your ribs, up into your chest, your lungs, and shoulders. Breathing fully here. Feeling the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction at your own rate. Breathing deeply and fully through our chest. Feeling the expansion all the way back in our rib cage. Perhaps all the way through to our shoulder blades and around to our chest. Rising and falling with each breath. Continuously returning attention to the breath in this area. And the feeling of our lungs breathing. This is another area of tension. We breathe, hyperventilate in this area. We have our heart and all that entails there, as well as it's our big, broad chest. Oftentimes, what we lead with, or not. Oftentimes, we carry. Feeling the fullness of breath here, wherever that goes for you. And next, we begin to gently move our attention up our neck to our throats. Noticing if we're carrying any tension in our jaws, our cheeks, our lips, our face, all our upper bare areas. When we breathe, breathing all the way to the back of our head, into the fullness of our minds and our brains, feeling the breath through our nose or through our mouth. Gently breathe. Settling in, feeling however it feels for us in the upper part of our breath. Many of us spend a lot of time breathing up here. It includes the tensions in our neck and jaw. And we do a lot of talking, some of us. Others do a lot of listening. And that too, that takes breath. So we're just noticing how we breathe in this area. Noticing any subtle sensations here. Perhaps any tickles or temperature sensations. Simply noticing the sensations of the breath. Good. And on your next breath, I want you to follow the breath all the way in and all the way through your upper breath, through your chest, and down to your belly, around and back up. See if you can feel the wholeness of your breath, accentuating the out breath. On the out breath is where the magic happens. Slowly sing, gently feeling the wholeness of your breath and all the sensations that entails. Good. And finally, I want us to center our attention once again on wherever we feel the breath the most. Just noticing where that is now. What awareness of the breath can bring. Breathing in, breathing out. Continuously breathing. Finite, infinity. And knowing that you can always take with you your breath and that awareness, that gentle kindness, gentle attention, and gentle awareness of the breath with you from moment to moment, day to day, wherever that may be. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much for sharing in that practice with the awareness of the breath. So, as I said previously, I will be ending each class with a koan, which is a Zen riddle. It's made to kind of shake up your conceptual thinking, kind of riddle the mind. So, this Zen koan is one of my favorites. A monk told Joshu, "I have entered the monastery. Please teach me." And Joshu was a Zen master. It must have been a great Zen master if a monk was coming in, especially wanted to know. Joshu asked, "Have you eaten your rice porridge?" The monk replied, "I have eaten." Joshu replied, "Then you had better wash your bowl." And at that moment, the monk was enlightened. Awesome. So thank you so much for sharing in this mindful moment with me. I hope you all had a sense of enjoyment, a sense of peace, a sense of calm. And just remember, as always with you, best ventures. Until next time.